Hey, it's your man Mastermind, and the Indie Show All Things Indie is sponsored by Domestic Financial Management LLC. That's right, DFM LLC has been in the credit score improvement business since 2008. Their services include home loan modification services, credit building program, stopping harassment, credit strong program, and a checked credit monitoring service. For more details, call 909-279-7843. That's 909-279-7843. Once again, that's 909-279-7843. And ask for Will, all right? You can also find them online at www.dfmllc4.com. That's www.dfmllc4.com. Domestic Financial Management LLC.
Hey, what's happening? One time for the minus from that mastermind. I like to say happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the Indie Show, All Things Indie. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I really do. You could be doing anything right now, but you chose to be with me and my crew on the Indie Show, All Things Indie. I like to start off the show with a segment that I call One Time for Your Mind. All right, two things I want to say. First of all, I want to say, welcome to the show. No, that's cool. Welcome to the show. This show is different from other podcasts. It's very interactive. So if you're in the chat, if you're watching us live, you can chat with us. I love it when you chat. It gives me power. It gives me energy. The more you talk to me, the more we're going to put your comments on the screen, the more exciting and fun this show is going to be. So, I'm feeding off of your energy, all right? And this is not the type of show where you just sit around and listen to people just talk back and forth. No, this is secretly a late night talk show. Understand that. The people who tune in, they fall in love. And I appreciate that love. All right, so let's just reciprocate that love back and forth. You talk, I talk. We have a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot from our guest. And then you're going to have fun while you're doing it. So let me know if you're in the chat. I'm going to shout you out. We're going to have ourselves a great time. All right, and the second thing that I want to do is let you all know what I got 5 on it question of the day is, all right? So the question is, take your time, think about it, okay? The question is, what 5 things do you need for a great Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is just around the corner. This is Thanksgiving Eve, all right? What 5 things do you need this year for a great Thanksgiving? Just to let y'all know, I need a perfectly made sweet potato pie. That's the family recipe. I need my phase Italian cream cake. Gotta have it. Board games. I'm playing with my family. Is not playing board games this year. It's a problem. We must be mad at each other. I don't know what. It's not right. Number 4, dressing. I can't remember who makes the great dressing, but I got to have it, and it has to have the meat in it and everything. And I use canned cranberries. I got to have cold canned cranberries. That's the only way it goes down. All right. And last but not least, yams, sweet potato. I know I got a sweet potato pie, but I still need my yams, my sweet potato. So understand. We want to see that in the chat. Yo, JS1, let's get this party started. Start the show.
Hey, yo, that time, man. The Indie Show. My main man, Mastermind.
The Indie Show, indeed, the flow sickening. Masterminded by mastermind, the plot thickens. Good riddance to other pies, the odds against them. Tuesday at 8 p.m., we back in business. Key is in the building, Jay is in the building. Giving the feeling that most of y'all been missing. All things indie, is it banging or whack? Can't call it, but we'll be the judge of that. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Majorly we indie, ain't no canceling this. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Majorly we indie, ain't no canceling this. And I'm gone.
The Indie Show with Mastermind.
What it do? One time for your mind, 2 times the more you respond to the hip hop and show stopping, fat phone dropping, mouth of the wheels and steel. It's your man, Mastermind. I'd like to welcome each and every one of y'all to your new favorite podcast, The Indie Show, All Things Indie. A round of applause for all of y'all. Thank you. Thank you. A round of applause for everybody. I appreciate that. Thank you. I love you. I love you. All right, this segment, there's a lot of segments in this show. This segment is called Hello Neighbor. And in Hello Neighbor, I just got to show love to everybody that's out there. All right, and the first person I want to show love to is my producer. He makes it happen each and every time. He's also the man that created VBC Life. Y'all put your hands together for my homie, my producer, JS1.
I'm here. What's up, player?
I see you, sir. How you living?
I'm chilling, man. Ready for this Turkey Day. I am so ready for Turkey Day.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm thinking about this turkey right now. I mean, when I was coming up with my I got 5 on the question of the day, I was like, of all the things that I have on my list, I don't know if I'm really looking forward to the meat. I was just like, am I really looking forward to a turkey?
It's the sides.
Just the sides. I was just like,
It's all about
ooh, that honey baked ham. I was like, no, because sometimes that thing, if you eat it wrong, it's salty. But
That's
I was
facts.
just like, let me get these sides and we good to go.
Yeah. Hey, you forgot the mac and cheese, player. We can't have Thanksgiving without mac and cheese.
I had 5 lists. I said 5 of it. You can give your time when it's time. All right.
You had 5 listed, and 2 of them were pies. Like you could have moved one of the
sir,
pies
2
off.
of them were desserts. Thank you very much.
All right. You're right. I'm wrong. So you could have moved one of the desserts off, and then you could have moved mac and cheese right on the list, and we would have been
We
good.
just don't have a problem today, I see. I understand. Look, I got to shout out my Platinum Insiders. I don't see them in the chat just yet, but got to show love to J. Kales, Heath Gunn, and Tara Love Diva. To be a Platinum Insider, you have to just come to a show 3 times in a row. Once you do that, you're locked in almost for life. But if you start going ghost and we don't see you for a while, then it's a problem. We're going to have to remove you from the list. So, Love Diva, we're looking at you. You on the fence. If we don't see you tonight, I'm going to have to say goodbye. All right. But it's all love, though. It's all love, though. Hello, neighbor. Also, I want to say hello to the people that's in the chat. People are chatting already. I'm talking about at the top of the show, which I love. So I want to say hello to Latasha I. She is out there. I think she representing Texas, so Texas is in the building. Yo, Jay Kells is in the building. I see you. Big shout out to Sam Anderson. Sam Anderson is back. We missed you, sir. As a matter of fact, since we are here, I want to let's click on and show the comments because that's what we like to do. We're very interactive here. So the first one came from Latasha. She says, "Good evening, all." So y'all make sure y'all say good evening, Latasha. Don't be rude. And Sam already starting it off with the question of the day. He said, "Turkey, family, games, a nap, and mac and cheese." All right. There's your mac and cheese, sir. Latasha follows up. She says, "Sweet potato pie." There you go. Collard greens. I was thinking about collard greens. It was a toss-up with a lot of stuff. Dressing, potato salad, and good old smoked turkey. So, man. And Kyle's in the green room right now. And he said, heavy on nap. Yeah, man. All that. Y'all going to bed. Man, ain't no games going on. Let me get a quick nap real quick. Jay Kells, our number 1 player. He said, favorite part of my Tuesdays. What up? And he is looking forward to the meet. Okay, cool. All right, they just showing love in the chat room. Tell your people to tune in because this is going to be a really good show. So forward it all on the Facebooks and the iPads and all that good stuff. All the internets that you own, tell everybody to tune in because it's going to be a really great show. All right. So let's go ahead to previously on.
Yep. Just a second. I'm right there with you. And we're going to do this. God dang, I don't never have the little.
Previously on Ready to Die.
Let's do it.
There we go. So last week, I need y'all to go check it out. We talked about Wakanda Forever. So we did a review and we talked about it was spoilers. So if you've seen the movie, go back and check out the podcast or go to our YouTube page and check out the video. All right. We want your comments. As a matter of fact, we definitely want to hear from you because if you've seen the movie, and I know half of y'all have already seen the movie, I need to know what y'all really thought about it. You see on the screen right there. I need you to leave me a voicemail. I'm gonna play it in the after show podcast special. All right. So, what did you think of Wakanda Forever? Keep it 100. We don't have to be on the same page, but if you saw it, I want you to share your opinions with the world, and then we'll go from there. All right. Sounds like a plan. I appreciate that. So, what did you think of that show last week, sir?
Oh man, I enjoyed it. It was definitely fun. Yo, I was kind of a little bummed because I wanted to have some games, man. I wanted to go a little bit deeper. You know what I mean? But yo, we had a blast. I can't trip. You know what I mean? I feel like every time we get together, it's always a fun time.
No doubt. And you're right. I wanted to play some games, but the conversation was so good and
Mhm.
the conversation was great. And I was just like, I didn't want to really stop the game. I mean, stop the conversation to play games. Then it was gonna be a real 3 hour show or whatever. You know, we don't do that unless we're doing radio. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
Facts. But anyway, if you've seen the movie, please go check out last week's show. Let us know what you think, and then leave us a voicemail. All right, cool. You about to say something?
No, I'm about to say you got 3 new fans out of that situation, man. Because Ink Boy loved the show, and Fame super loved the show. Like they were raving about it after the fact. So, great job.
I
Yeah, you
appreciate it.
winning new
Yo,
fans
King
everywhere
Boy,
you go.
yeah, Ing Boy is the truth. He can come back anytime because I like the way his mind thinks. He's cool people. And Fame, even though he didn't show up to the episode, he still watched it.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
And he
All
he
right.
shot me a text about it. So he
Okay.
apologizes. He was
Okay.
with
Well,
family.
we good then. We're good
Hmm.
then. All right. Are you ready to rock and roll? Because I really want to talk to this dude.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's get it. All right. Let's introduce our guest today. Our guest today, his name is Kyle Woumn. He is the VP of Product and Engineering at Overflow. Now, Overflow is a startup whose mission is to inspire the world to give by making it easy for nonprofits to receive gifts of non-cash assets such as stock and cryptocurrency. Overflow powers stock donations for over 200 nonprofits doing amazing work in their respective communities. Prior to Overflow, Kyle was a software engineer at Twilio. In 2018, Kyle started a community of young professionals, entrepreneurs, and hustlers called Over the Top, whose mission is to amplify gratitude through celebration. Over the Top hosts networking events, destination trips, and wealth building workshops. And that is what we do at the Indie Show. That is the definition of indie right there. Anyway, Kyle was recognized as a 2022 Forbes 30 under 30 honoree in the social impact category. Additionally, Kyle was honored on the Afrotech Future 50 list, which recognizes 50 rising titans in the tech industry. Man, a dude that was represented and recognized by Forbes and Afrotech is going to be on the Indie Show today, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, put your hands together for my cousin, my family, and yours, Kyle Woumn.
What's up? What's up? What's up? This thing on?
What's happening? What's happening, brother?
Man, happy to be on the Indie Show. I'm a viewer of the Indie Show. Love what you, Mastermind, and JS1 been cooking up, man. Just super excited to be here and talk to the people. And talk to you.
Brother, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for just taking time out to be on the show today. I mean, Thanksgiving weekend and everything. So hopefully everybody just sitting back, chilling, enjoying this before they bust that bird open on Thursday.
Absolutely, man. You didn't give me the red solo cup memo. I didn't know what you drinking over there.
Don't worry about what I'm drinking. You know, it's what we do. But yeah, you go ahead. You know, have somebody. Jeeves, give my man this red solo cup full of that good stuff. I know with all those accolades I just read, I know you got a butler or a butler in training going on.
Not even one day. One day
One
I'll
day,
have
so
my own Jarvis.
there we go. There you go. Make your own Jarvis. All right. You know how the show goes. It's real informative. It's edutainment. So we're about to have a lot of fun. You ready?
Let's do it.
JS1. I think it is time for elevator pitch.
Who the hell do you think you are?
All right. In elevator pitch, you have a certain amount of time to pitch yourself to the world. And I made it difficult for you by giving your bio to the world. All right. So now you got to think of some other stuff to pitch to us in this elevator. I rolled a die and it came up at 4. That means you have 40 seconds to pitch yourself. Now, like I always tell my guests, you got to make it good, because if it's slow, I'm going to say thank you for your time, and then the show will be over. All right? 'Cause nobody wants y'all that. All right, so no pressure. No pressure whatsoever. All right, take a deep breath. JS, when you are ready with the timer, tell us when to go.
All right. Get ready, get set, and go.
What's up, everyone? My name is Kyle Woumn, coming from Atlanta, Georgia, currently live in the Bay Area. And my mission is simple. I create dope technology for the culture. And so whether that be overflow, over the top, or even Drakestagram, something that wasn't even in my bio. I know you're probably like, what is Drakestagram? We can talk about that later. But I love just creating things for the culture, putting people on, and just connecting people. So that's who I am. Super excited to be here and just, share some knowledge and wisdom.
My man left a dime on the screen. I see you. All right, then. Put your hands together. All right.
I gave you all the need to know.
I got you. Yo, I got this real quick shout outs. We got Kay Victoria in the building. She is going to be on the show next week. She's going to be and we'll be the judge of that. So we're looking for 2 new artists to challenge her next week. So she got this song called Vibe. I want y'all to check out next week. All right. But thank you for being in the chat today, love. Also, Jazzy is in the building. Welcome back, Jazzy. And she gave you the full clapping emoji for that elevator pitch, brother. Oh, dang. And you got Jake Hill talking about one of the best pitches. Okay.
Wow.
And he left a dime on the screen. So I'm just like, what more could he have said? But no, that was good.
Hey, I appreciate y'all.
Okay then. All right. Oh, so it's on and popping. So you passed. So we're gonna move on to one of my favorite segments. We call this New Phone. Who this?
New phone, who this? New phone, who this?
All right. So I got my standard questions, but I have some special questions I want to start off with. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
And New Phone, who this, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna ask some rapid fire questions. Our guest Kyle has to just answer honestly. That's all he has to do. All right. That's all we asking from him. All right. Here's our first question. Everyone's favorite retail holiday, Black Friday, is almost here. Do you A, shop early in the morning on Black Friday? B, noon on Black Friday? C, online? D, Thanksgiving night? Or E, not at all?
Not at all. I used to be a big Black Friday person as a kid, but I don't know these days. Haven't really. I'm just like, it's just another reason for me to spend money, and I'm not trying to do that.
Look at that man. Look at that man. He out there in Silicon Valley saving his coins. All right, then I
Gotta
see
save
you,
it,
though.
man.
Okay then. People, I'm loving the chat room is on fire right now. Look, JKL says I watch TV for Black Friday foolishness. Oh man, Jazzy. Oh yes, I almost forgot. Thank you. These questions, this is an interactive show. So when I ask a question to my guest, you too can ask a question and we'll put your answer on the screen. All right? Cool. There we go. All right, Jazzy says she only does online because she's lazy. All right, cool. There we go. Next question. This month, November, is the 40th anniversary of Michael Jackson's Thriller album. A special re-release debuted on November 18th of this year. What is your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Ooh, this is a good one. There's so many.
It is so many. I made it easy because I couldn't say what's your favorite Thriller song, but you like 17 or 18, so I didn't know if you know what's on the Thriller album.
Oh my God, I am not 17. I would say one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs is "Beat It." Or maybe "Rock with You." Actually, might be my favorite.
Okay. Yeah,
There's
Rock
so
with You. That album is seriously underrated.
It's a smooth joint.
Yeah. Oh, and look, they're coming in right now. So we got Human Nature by J. Kells. Big shout out to DJ Two Fingers in the building. Little Rock, Arkansas, stand up. PYT. I did not see that one coming. PYT. All right. And Sam Anderson says, Lady of My Life. I'm singing that song in my head right now. All right, then, cool. And then Latasha says, Remember the Time and Rock with You. Let me see. K Victoria said, The Thriller Man himself. Dang. Man in the Mirror? Too hard to choose. And look, Rock with You is everybody's loving Rock with You. I got to give shout outs to Tasha. She said Butterflies. Butterflies is one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. Favorites. And and the Diva is in the building. She says This Place Hotel, Heartbreak Hotel, and In the Closet. It's all one of our favorites. It is just chatting. Michael Jackson get everybody crunk. I see that. I like that. I appreciate you. And K Victoria is throwing in that Sam. Hey, Sam. Okay, then. That's enough of that. All right. So spread the word now. Tell everybody to tune in because we're about to have fun today. All right. Our next question. That was a good one, sir. All right. Hot take. Here we go. You got family and friends and relatives tuning in. What's the one Thanksgiving dish that you can do without this year? That goes for everybody in the chat. And you too, JS. What's the one Thanksgiving dish that you can do without this year? This should be good.
That's a good question.
I'm just not a chitlins fan. I know some people love chitlins, but chitlins just not my thing.
Oh, it's not. It's definitely not. It's not even a Thanksgiving. It shouldn't be on the menu.
It shouldn't.
All right. So, are you trying to say at your house they are serving chitlins for Thanksgiving?
Oh no, we don't make chitlins in my family.
Okay, no, I'm trying to put you on the spot. Something at your house that you don't need to eat this year.
Man, everything's so good, but if I had to, you know how like on Facebook they have the polls be like one gotta go. Which one is it?
Yeah.
The one that gotta go, I would just say it's stuffing. I can do without stuffing.
Hey,
Stuffing, whatever you call it.
Wait. So stuffing come in a box. So you don't like dressing either?
No, I like it. I like it. I could just do without it.
Man, okay. Look, Okay, let me see what the people talking about. Sam said that cranberry loaf. Wait, the one in the can or the one that got the actual cranberry balls in it? Because I don't want that. What are you talking about, Dave? All of them.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
It could be Michael Jackson songs. Look, Black Eyed Peas. Okay, I don't know if Black Eyed Peas should be on Thanksgiving, but yeah, I got you. Yeah, we don't.
No, I know a lot of people that do Black Eyed Peas on Thanksgiving. I get it.
Yeah, but ain't that New
New
Year's
Year.
Eve meal.
Yep,
New Year's
Yes,
prosperity.
it most definitely is. But you know, Spanish people love beans, so that ends up making appearances throughout the year. Yes.
I got you. JKL said, "Preach, Sam. Cranberry loaf should be illegal." All right, let me see. Latasha says cranberry sauce gotta go ham. She's on this whole
Yo,
no pork, no pork style.
damn. I ain't think cranberry
Yeah,
sauce was gonna get hit that hard. Dang, people
I
hating
mean, I
cranberry.
know. Sam said black folks say dressing, but dressing I understand, but dressing and stuffing are two different things. Stuffing, we throw that stuff away. All right, stovetop stuffing, don't bring it to the house. All right, I got you.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Wow.
exactly. DJ Two Fingers. Dressing is different from stuffing. Man, I don't know where y'all eating that. All right, cool. I got
Wow.
one more question. Let me see. Um, when you step into the room, what is your theme music?
Man, it's gonna be something Drake. I'm a big Drake fan.
Really?
I know a lot of people are probably like, "Wow." I know. Let's see, which Drake song though is it? It's probably Sicko Mode. Actually, Travis Scott and Drake. That song is just a
Okay.
banger.
That's okay. Sicko Mode, ladies and gentlemen. That is the theme song that's going off in his head when you walk in the room. When you look, I'm on in the room. Sicko Mode is playing in the background. For
Exactly.
me, I've already told y'all this. It's Spodioti Dopalicious. That's my joint when I'm walking in. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pimp. I'm a player. Oh, Sam, that is a great one. Sam with Maggot Brain. Oh, if y'all don't know Maggot Brain, I need y'all to go to Google and listen to Maggot Brain. It's one of my
How
favorite songs. And shout out to Sam for making me that mix CD that had Maggot Brain on it. I became a fan instantly.
my
Parliament
question is,
Funkadelic.
how long are you walking into the room? Maggot Brain is like 10 minutes long. That is the longest entrance I've
don't
ever
have
heard
to
in my
play the
life.
whole song, fool. I'm just saying.
He walking slow motion. You know what I mean?
Oh,
He
you
posing
got
every
to
two
walk in,
steps.
dog. You got to walk in slow motion. All right, look, they still talking about the food. Look, cranberry sauce is the consistency of that jelly mess around Spam in the can, ma'am. What
But it
we're
tastes
not gonna
good though.
do is talk about my cranberry sauce. And Jazzy wants to know. Thank you for the people that just tuned in. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hey, y'all putting gravy on dressing over cranberry sauce? All right, so I got my my stuffing, not stuffing, my
Your
dressing. All
dressing.
right, and I got the giblet gravy, the eggs and the little meat pieces is on my dressing, and then I get some slice up some of that cold cranberry sauce that came in the can onto it, and I mix it all together. You got a winner, ladies and gentlemen. You have a winner.
Yowzers.
Yeah, that's how we're doing.
Yeah, you lost me right there. Cranberry don't need to touch nothing else on the plate. It's almost like a dessert to me. I'm not touch. It's not going to get mixed up with
Now
stuff
that's
like
nasty. Who out here eating cranberry sauce as a side? Oh, dog.
me,
You
me, dog.
you
That's
got
what
the
I'm
sugar,
doing.
dog. What's wrong with you? You all right?
He said I got the sugar. Oh man, you bugging. You
Okay, let
bugging.
me catch up. All right, we got more. Real quick, I'm catching up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. DJ Two Finger says so fresh, so clean. K Victoria says beautiful by Snoop Dogg. It's always in my head. All right, then you feeling yourself. I see you, Shawty. All right, then. JKL said I walk in the room in silence. Whole room pauses. And Sam is still talking bad about the cranberry. Yeah, cranberry sauce is that stuff in there with pig feet. Whatever. Y'all stop hating. And JKL's got your back as always. He's talking about you out here getting judged, JS1. But yes, you
Yeah.
are. You know, can of cranberry sauce. Look, next question. JS1, go ahead and put it on the screen. This is my favorite question. How do you like your grits, brother? Cheese, sugar, salt and pepper, and butter. And understand you will be judged, so keep it 100.
I know. I'm like, man, can I have multiple though?
You can.
All right. So I like cheese and butter, obviously, in my grits.
Okay.
and then salt.
Woo! I was worried, Jay. Weren't you
You got,
worried
you
for
got
a
like
minute?
sugar on my grits.
No. Hey, look, you on the West Coast now. Y'all do stuff wild over there.
You know how hard it is to find grits out here? Like just going to a grocery store, it's so hard.
Wow, that I didn't know. Interesting.
No,
So if you move to the West Coast, you got to order it from Amazon, I guess.
Exactly.
All right. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Latasha says, I don't like grits. How in the world did I not know that? You don't like grits? Okay. I'll be all right. Look. All right. And yeah, DJ Two Fingers is right. No sugar on grits. And no grits on the West Coast. That's crazy. Yeah, we still look. K Victoria says salt and butter. All right, next question. What's your favorite pie, brother? Pecan, sweet potato, pumpkin, or Dutch apple?
You know what? I'm not even a big pie person. I'm a big cake person. But if I were to say, I would say pecan pie.
Pecan pie. I got you. All right. Let me see what people in the chat saying. Look, as soon as I saw that question, I felt really bad. One of my favorite customers at work brought me a homemade pie. That's homemade sweet potato pie. She brings me a pie every year. And it's not just a sweet potato pie, but it's kind of built like an apple pie when you have the dough latticed across the top of it. It is fantastic. And I left that mug at work. I'm just like, I'm tripping because I could have been eating pie all night tonight. God damn. All right, so yeah, Shawty out here don't like grits, but Miss she got sweet potatoes, but pecan comes close. Sam says, I'm gonna say Dutch apple. Don't judge me. Ain't nobody judging you, sir. Eating on pecan pie right now is Sam, and JS1 still doesn't know what Dutch apple pie is. Get you a Marie Callender's Dutch apple pie. It will change your life. All right? That's all you need to do. Come back next week with reports. All right? And K Victoria, where you from, K Victoria? Are you from Canada? I can't remember. But she said sweet potatoes with an extra E. And she said by far then apple. All right, there we go. Ronald is in the building. What up, Ronald? What tribe was this work pie maker from? Oh, it was authentic black grandma tribe. I'm talking about black of the black. Yes. We black. 100% black. Grandma style. And Ronald says Dutch apple pie is Virgin Islands. I see you, Shawty. Virgin Islands in the building. All right. Next question, brother. Well, this is fun. All right, man. It's game night. What two games are we definitely playing?
Well, you already know one of them because we play it every time we link up. So one of them is Monopoly.
Yo, without a doubt.
I'm trying to think. What is the other game? What is another game that I really, really like? I really like
your money. I'm sorry.
Actually, spades.
Spades.
If you don't know how to play spades, you know what I'm realizing? There's so many black adults that don't know how to play spades. I'm disappointed.
That's a fact. This
is true. And they're afraid to learn. Well, they're afraid because they didn't learn at a young age. So they don't want to jump in double Dutch style because they know they're going to get chomped out.
Exactly.
And people who don't play spades don't understand why we get so heated when we play. I'm looking at you, Diva. I'm sorry. I had to call out.
Spades players are so aggressive and violent, bro. Like, that's why a lot of people don't want to play. I know a lot of women that's like, I play spades, but I will never play with people because they get too violent. People get to swinging, throwing stuff. So, that's the reality.
That's the reality. Don't sit at the table if you don't know how to play.
Don't listen to them.
Speaking of
get
which,
in there and play.
Tasha said, I don't know how to play spades. Judge me.
Done deal. You've been judged.
You got to sit outside and watch us play and have fun and argue. JKL says Monopoly breaks up families.
Yes, it has.
And Dutch Apple Gang. Hashtag Dutch Apple Gang out here. All right. Hey, the party's just starting over here. Tell the people to tune in. You can watch on Facebook or you can watch on YouTube. Watch and chat with us. All right. Next question. Oh, what's the first song on your groove session mixtape when you trying to set the mood, brother?
Let's see. See, I feel like there's, I don't know, we're gonna make this interesting. I feel like there's a PC answer and then there's a non-PC answer for this, right?
This is not a PC show. You can keep it 100.
All right. So I don't know, when you're talking about grooving, I just feel like R. Kelly makes the best grooving music. Whatever you think about the guy, right? No. I feel like I opened up the rabbit hole here. I would say R. Kelly for sure, and then if I were to go to another artist, let me go through Spotify real quick. I got my phone.
This dude is actually going through his groove session. I was looking for a song. He giving me his top make it happen artist.
Yeah, I would just say R. Kelly. Let's just stick with R. Kelly. I've never been a Tank fan. I see Ronald posted Tank. I've never been a Tank fan. I don't know what it is. It just don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's something about him. I can't trust Tank.
Exactly.
All the movies he's done, he's been shady. So he's too good at being shady. So I don't know.
Tyrese is up there, I would say.
We got Tyrese. All right, then I got you. Look, Sam said Monopoly and categories. Yes, categories.
Maybe they weren't talking about Tank. Maybe he was talking about Tonk, the card game. Tonk.
Oh, I can't read. Yeah, Tonk. Dang. Thank you, sir. Tonk. I ain't played Tonk since high school. And that was for like a quarter or $1.
Facts.
And JKL's okay, he's starting to get ignorant. He said, "You're Gonna Love Me" by Jennifer Hudson. All right. That's how you start the move. I got you, sir. All right. And the diva says Tank has beady eyes. All right, yeah. Is that what it is? Beady eyes. Next question, brother.
All right, let's put it on.
Hollywood just green-lit a movie about you, sir. What actor should play you?
You know that J. Cole line? He's like, my life is too crazy. No actor can play me. But if I were to say an actor, you already know Michael B. Jordan's gonna be me, right? Handsome brother, like.
Look at that. He's feeling himself today. That's what I'm talking about. Talk your ish. Talk your ish, bro. Michael B. All right. Let me go back. Sam said "Submerged" by Maxwell is his song. And Sam just want to let you know he still listens to R. Kelly, so it's cool. And JKL says Brian Henry Tyree is playing him in his movie. Okay, I see that. All right. How many questions I got? 1, 2 questions left?
2 left, sir.
All right, come on. Let's final stretch. All right, brother, you cutting cords. Which streaming service has to go? Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, or Amazon Prime?
All right, I'm gonna have to go with Paramount Plus because that's the only streaming service I don't even have. So I clearly don't have it for a reason, but I have all the other ones. I have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Prime, and Amazon Prime.
You must not be a Star Wars fan.
Is Star Wars not on Disney?
Star Trek.
Okay, no, I'm not.
Okay.
I just never really got into it, so I don't get the references. But I'm assuming that's on Paramount.
It is, yes, they are. I'm not going to judge you. We're going to move on. The people in the chat, DJ Two Finger says Omar Gooding is going to play him. Wow, okay. And Sam said Tank got that nasty song. And Latasha is ditching Disney Plus. Apparently, she doesn't like Disney or Marvel. I don't understand how you get rid of Disney Plus. I'm watching Disney Plus in the morning because the season finale of Andor is coming out. And if you haven't been watching it, you need to start. Go ahead and binge it because the season finale is going to be about an hour long, 54 minutes from what I discovered. So enjoy it like I will. All right. JKL, thank you. JKL says Amazon Prime gets no attention from me like a cross-eyed girl at the club.
Whoa.
Oh, man. I tried to read that with a straight face. Oh, man, you almost got me. Michael Clark Duncan would have played Sam in the movie. Oh, not you. So Kyle, Kevin says that Omar Gooden should play you in the movie.
I guess I can kind of see it, maybe, but not really.
Wow. Oh, I guess Disney. Okay, K Victoria says Disney Plus. I have it, but I haven't logged on in forever. Well, you need to shoot somebody your login code. Do it for the code. All right. All right. Sam said Hulu in his Baltimore accent. Hey, JS, you from Baltimore? How do you say Hulu?
Hulu?
There we go. Last question.
Did I say it wrong? Hulu?
I don't know. You from Baltimore. It's karaoke night, brother. What song is your go-to choice?
Man, karaoke. I can't sing, but I love me some Bruno. So I'll probably say like Bruno Mars. So I'll probably say like Leave the Door Open. That would be like my current karaoke song.
Yeah, that's a good one. Look, that whole album is fire. For the most part, that whole album is fire.
It's a smooth album. It's a smooth album for sure.
Yes. All right. You have passed the test. You've answered all the questions perfectly. Give them a round of applause. That's what I'm talking about. That was a great session. It took forever, but everyone had a great time. And that's all that matters, really, in the end. K Victoria doesn't know who should play her. Someone has to pick for her. So if y'all look up K Victoria, y'all need to figure out who's going to play her. And her family watches. They got the login. Oh, somebody using it, so you good. All right, so the next section of the show is called We'll Be the Judge of This. And we'll be the judge of this. We have, we're going to watch some music videos and choose who our favorites are. All right? And we're going to critique them, and then we're going to vote for them at the end of the show. All right. So, are you ready, sir?
Let's do it. And quick question: Are we basically critiquing the music video or the actual song?
We can do both. I would prefer to focus on the song itself, but if something happens in the video that catches your attention and just distracts you, you got to keep it 100.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
So before we do nothing, let's play the intro.
Court is now in session.
And that's why he's the number one executive producer out there. Who's our first artist?
Alrighty then. Our first artist is Erica Kane. Excuse me. I'm trying not to say it wrong. All right. And she's got a record called Dreamin'. All right. Let's see what we got. Make sure I do this the right way and mute that and press play.
Oh,
oops.
Holy cow. Wow. Oh, man. That was, before we get into the critique. Whoa, man. If you're not tuned in to the chat room, oh, you are missing it. You can watch this show and chat same time, live, in real time. Watch us on YouTube, bbclife.com. Watch us live and chat because you are missing out on a whole bunch of stuff. Look, I need to go back. I need y'all to see these in order. All right, these comments. I'm reading this for the podcast. All right, because if you're watching, you'll see this, but when you're listening back, you need to know what was said. All right, so I asked everybody to let us know what they're thinking about this song, Dreaming. K Victoria started off the commentary with, I like the Dreaming hook. And then Jay Kales followed up with, might need to turn on captions. What's this about? DJ Two Fingers, he added, good melody, nice song, needs better mixing though. That sounds like something JS1 is probably talk about. Latasha says it has a flow I can groove with, song I can travel to. And this is where I lost it. All right. I tried to stay professional, but then I saw DJ Two Fingers say, my girl said it sounds like clothing store music. And I was just, it was hard for me to keep a straight face. Sam says Kevin beat good. And J. Kells, yeah, I can hear this in Rainbow. Oh man, that's what did it. I don't know if y'all heard me laughing, but as soon as I saw Rainbow, I couldn't unsee it. All right, it was done. Latasha said Rainbow, I'm hollering. And everybody's laughing at the Rainbow comment. And Tasha says, it's not that bad, y'all. LOL. Y'all dreaming. DJ Two Fingers. It's a good song, though. Ronald. He kept it 100 and said, it's okay. We'll produce. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Well produced singing is cool, but it's not very dynamic. I see you, brother. All right, then. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Good for sync. All right. So who wants to go first? Let the guest go first. All right, Mr. Kyle, what did you think?
All right. I took some notes here.
So put him on the big screen.
It gives me it does give me like, clothing store music. I was thinking more Abercrombie, not Rainbow. And I was thinking more so like, okay, this gives me like, I can see it being something that you play like in a movie. I think it would be great in like a movie, like in a scene, like maybe like driving down like the California coast or something like that. I feel like it was kind of flat, just like ear fatigue, like kind of like what Ronald said, it wasn't dynamic, and so it's not something that I would personally play or bump in the car. But I mean, I think it definitely. I'm sure the artist has her niche, however you want to say it, of audience, and I probably just don't fit in that. And then I feel like it's like one of those like feel good wake up songs, right? Where you wake up, maybe this is like your alarm, your alarm clock or something like that. You like, I'm dreaming, and you're feeling good. So that's kind of like what I was thinking about the song. So not something that I would personally bump, but yeah, I think it's cool.
All right, thank you, sir. And now I'm gonna piggyback off that wake up song. Man, I don't know if I want to wake up today because I'm gonna wake up low energy for the rest of the day. I'm just like, do I want to even get out of the bed? I'm just like, it's one of those. If I hear it, if that's my alarm, oh yeah, I'm going back to sleep. It's gonna rock me back to sleep. So
no, I feel that. It's just one of those like we vibing in the morning. It's like it's like a Saturday morning wake up. I would say. Let me clarify. Saturday morning wake up.
I got you. Yeah, you ain't trying to do nothing. I got you. Look, yeah, JKS, I agree. My alarm goes off with this, I'm staying in bed. And you got to, because it's just like, it's not a bad song. I don't know. I think I would probably like it if the radio forced me to hear it 40 times a day, and then I'll just get used to like, but it doesn't really do anything for me. I'm not a fan. It's not a terrible song, but it's just all right. JS1. What you got, Doctor?
Yeah, I have to agree with everybody in the chat. It's great elevator music or like, clothing store shopping music. I definitely would go with that. Because there's been a ton of records that I've heard in clothing stores shopping with a young lady, and I'll be jamming, and I'm like, I've never heard this record, and I probably never will hear it again. So shout out to her for that, man, for definitely doing something that is just catchy in the moment. Depending upon how much vodka I drink, this might be a number one hit to me if I'm drunk.
I got you.
So, yep. That's pretty much
all
it.
Right, so that's what's up. So anybody in the chat room, y'all got anything else you want to say before we move on to the next song? Because I really want to focus on what y'all have. I think y'all said enough, but I just wanted to make sure I got everybody, but it looks like I did. All right. So what he said, that is excellent. All right. Thank y'all so much. All right. Now it's time for the next song.
All right. The beautiful and talented K Victoria drops her new record, Vibes. Girl, you got that vibe.
She is
Vibe.
in the chat
Vibe.
room right now. You know what? I guess we'll ride with it. I didn't want to play this one until next week. She's gonna be on the show next week. So Lord, I hope she wins. So y'all better vote for this one. All right.
Let's go.
Hey, everybody who came to the party, let me hear you sing it. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
come on.
my pleasure to present
Everybody
you
say, old school,
upcoming
they sweat,
pop,
done
R&B, country, rock, reggae.
Yeah.
David, he's got it.
Yeah.
Hey, Victoria. Let's vibe.
Came tonight to bring the fire to this party. Oh, just when you thought so mainstream was dying, I brought it back again. Oh, I'm in my prime, so I'm unwind. Let's get it started. 'Cause life moves too fast, gotta make it last. So let's get it started. Oh, and feel the vibe. Yeah, let's bring the vibe. Oh, and slow it down. Slow it down. And vibe. Everybody vibe. Oh, and slow it down. Slow it down. And when you thought it would be just a typical night, somebody called out the masses. Everybody is slow grooving and feeling the vibe, vibe, vibe. Oh, my hair looks tight, my makeup's right, my outfit's stylish. Oh, if you here tonight and you came to fight, you're uninvited. 'Cause we came to vibe. Yeah, let's bring the vibe. Oh, and slow it down. Slow it down. And vibe. Everybody vibe. Oh, and slow it down. Slow it down. If you know you fly, step up in the club and you're making a scene, just slow it down. Slow it down. And if somebody hating when you walk by, 'cause they know that you're making that green, slow it down. Slow it down. Just let go. If you know you gotta let it out, just forget about it. If it don't make you happy, lose control. If you know you wanna feel the vibe, slow it down. Vibe, yeah, let's bring the vibe. Oh, and slow it down. Slow it down. And vibe, everybody vibe. Oh, and slow it down. Slow it down. Vibe, yeah, let's bring the vibe. Oh, and slow it down. Slow it down. And vibe, everybody vibe. Oh, and slow it down. Slow it down.
I was trying hard to get Ken Victoria to send me her information to just so I can get a quick interview with her. But it's all gravy. It's all gravy. I'll definitely have her on the show next week, no matter what. All right, so I'm gonna go back look at these comments. All right, so y'all start. I know my man over there, Kyle, is taking notes. I like that. You're the first person that take that took notes, taking this real serious. And I was just like, okay, then we leveled up over here. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
make sure.
Yo, so
Yo, Diva, we can hear you. We can hear you.
hate week is started. Hey, yo. So JKL started off with, yo, imagine this song live. Sam Anderson said, sounds like a song you do designer drugs to. Okay, Victoria laughed. Kyle said, I was literally writing down, would love to see this live. DJ Two Fingers, he brought up Mary Mary. He said he got Mary Mary vibes in the beginning. And Ronald, once again, keeping it 100, said it's very generic, like it would be the song a group in a TV show would do. And also, he said, it also sounds like it's mixed to be performed live. The energy. Latasha, I like it. A songs that get you up and moving. And DJ Two Fingers, I see what you did there, Ronald. And my girl, K Victoria, as it's safe to say you feel the vibe, Kyle Woumn. Yes. All right. So, and that's all the comments we have. Wait, hold on. Ronald, it could be synced. It could be synced. As I said, it has a TV show song, and Lufer says it's good energy. And to end it all, K Victoria says, thanks, y'all. All right, cool. Strong movie vibes from Sam Anderson. All right. And Ronald, dang, dog. Okay, stop. All right. He said it's way too long. All right. All right, cool. That's what's up. All right. Gentlemen, I'm going to let you go first, JS1. What you got?
Yo, this song has mad energy, and like she exhibits so much personality and so much like her vocal capability is dope, man. I love her voice. I love her energy. Like, yo, the direction of the song, like it to me, I love the record. I just wish it could be redone with maybe some different production. I feel like the production has a dated feel. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's hitting all of the pockets. It's hitting the right notes. It's just those sounds sound just a little dated. I was like, man, this would be so much iller if it had, just a more up to date synth sounds and stuff like that. But overall, the skeleton of the record is fire. Like, you know what I mean? I just would love a little bit more updating. And she's in pocket, tight. You know what I'm saying? Great vocal capability, great presentation. Let's go.
JKL's a fool.
Yo.
She must have dumped Ronald in the 6th grade. Damn, brother. Whoa, I'm trying, y'all. Usually I don't fall apart on the show, but this is hilarious.
Oh my God.
I guess people ready for this Thanksgiving food because pew, 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 shots are fired. Even this out here.
That's
crazy. Look at that. She is
crazy.
professional. He says, fire, 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 fire. Appreciate your constructive criticism. That's K Victoria. All right. So, without breaking character, Kyle, can you please? Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, okay. Tell us. Talk. Do your thing.
I got you here. Well, one, shout out to K Victoria, man. Being on the podcast while your song's playing, like, your art, I feel like you're your biggest critic. So to have other people critique it, I can only imagine. But no, I love the production. I love it, and I would love to see something like this live. And you know how like NPR does Tiny Desk, like I can see this being like a Tiny Desk. I think that was like super dope. With like live instruments and stuff like that. So that's why I really appreciate the sounds. I know JS1 mentioned like the sound, but I really appreciate the live instrument sound. And I love the message too. I feel like everyone's caught up in like the art, like the production and stuff like that, but the vibe. She's like, come over here for the good vibes, like no arguing, none of that stuff. And I know at the end there's like this crescendo, kind of where it's kind of like the song is like getting like it's escalating, right? So I really like that. I'm trying to figure out what genre would you classify this as though? Because like I'm like this wouldn't fit in my everyday rotation, but it's definitely something I was vibing to. Pun intended. So it's definitely something I was vibing to, but it's not like an everyday.
This is like some pre-club music before you go out. Before you go out.
I can see that. It's like hype you up. Like, all right, this is I can totally see that. So, but no, I like the song. Probably wouldn't be in my rotation, but that has no bearing on the song. That's just more so. It's not something I would listen to on an everyday basis.
I'm just showing y'all some footage from a live performance she did, just in case if you wanted to see what she looks like live. She kills it. She does a crazy job. Yo, shout out to her. Great outfit too.
I love it.
So yeah, we're gonna get the mini interview next week. We'll be the judge of that. So I'm not telling you to vote for Vibe, but I'm just saying vote for your favorite. And if it happens to be Vibe, hey, do what you do. All right, we got one more. We always have 3 artists. JS, who is this artist?
All right, Janae Music is back. Man, she fighting to get her way onto the show. She wants to win, so she submitted her next record. It's called Opciones. So let's just see. Does she really have any options, or is she out of options? Let's go.
Oh, this is strong competition right here.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas these days ain't even got a rap. They talk big shit, but I swear it's all cap. Got your nigga on my titty and your bitch on my lap. Done kicking through the door, now I'm kicking straight facts. Look, I ain't really come here to argue. If I really wanted to, I could harm you. But that's a waste of my time, and for real, it's a crime. And for that, I'ma really have to charge you. Charge it to the game, charge it cause you lame. Charge it to your credit, ain't no money in your bank. We all know that you broke, you lying, provoked, and you love chilling with these niggas just so you can smoke. You ain't slick. We see you, child, this is shit. Wouldn't wanna be you, I'm one of a kind. Ain't no sequels, won't add up, sweet and low, no equal. Bitch, I got options. Bitch, I got options. Yeah, bitch, poppin'. Yeah, bitch, poppin'. Yeah, bitch, thick in the hips, thick. Pussy on lockness. Pussy got grip. All my girls stallions. Bad bitches only. Yeah, they be trotting. It's nothing to strutting. Don't fuck with these niggas unless they got bands that they be dropping. Better have bands. Bitch, I got options. Yeah, they got options. Hoes be plotting. Hoes can plot. Talking all that tough shit. Keep on talking. Click on spot and see what you got. We ain't the same, bitch. Y'all should be the same. Better be cautious. Ho, watch out. Cause I take shots when these hoes plot. All these bars dropping. But they ask with the pussy talk. I say the outline, niggas in chalk. Then you did from the head, take your soul out cold. Now you froze from the 2-hand God. I don't just like to brag about my sex life, but this nigga keep on saying I'm his next wife. We don't hang enough, hell we only bang once. Spit the nigga like a tie, know I got the mic touch. Put the pussy on him, now I ain't talking about commitment. Wanna done a nigga, one hit, now he addicted. Pussy got the power stronger than the white powder. Got his nose up in my flower, got the cushion with a shower. Got a dick like a stallion, ride the beat. Up and down, run around, got the Megan knees. Call me Tina Snow, cause the pussy game cold. Yeah, it might be little, but I'm still a big go freak. Bitch, I got options. Bitch, I got options. Yeah, bitch poppin'. Yeah, bitch poppin'. Yeah, bitch thick in the hips, thick. Pussy on lockness. Pussy got grip. All my girls bad bitches only. Yeah, they be trotting. Stunning and strutting. Don't fuck with these niggas unless they got bands that they be dropping. Better have bands. Bitch, I got options. Yeah, they got options. Hoes be plotting. Hoes can plot. Talking all that tough shit. Keep on talking. Click on spot and see what you got. We ain't the same, bitch. Y'all should be the same. Better be cautious. Ho, watch out. Cause I take shots when these hoes plot. All these bars dropping. Bodies drop. Bodies drop. Bodies drop.
Beats.
All baddies matter. All right then. Keep fit. Let me see. JKL says this would get every female to the dance floor vibes. This is true. Jazzy says it's catchy. DJ Two Fingers talking about city girl music. JKL thinks this is hard as F. And what else we got? And Jazzy started off with immediately caught my attention with the beat alone. All right, Mr. Kyle, with your notes. What's the notes say?
Man,
it's looking like it's gonna be a real tough competition. So let's keep it 100, folks.
Man, the beat is fire. The beat is fire for sure. That's the first thing I heard too. The flow is crazy too. Like she was actually spitting. I know Kevin's or sorry, DJ Two Fingers was saying, city girl music, but I don't know, it's catchy though. And I feel like she flows effortlessly on the beat. Like she just like floats on the beat. And then I just feel like it's an instant club banger. It's like, you play it in the club, the women are gonna love it. I feel like the guys might vibe to it too. I was bobbing my head the entire time, so it definitely has great replay value. And so I don't know if that's just like, because it's the current sound these days and that's what we're listening to. But I really like the song. But I think I could also have some kind of what they call recency bias, just because that's like all I hear on the radio today.
Look at him coming out with the big word. I got you, sir. I got you. That's good. That's good. Let's see, J. Kell. Me and Jazzy love hood-ish. All right. It's time for y'all. See, it's gonna be a tough competition. You see the link on the screen. Go to vote.theindieshow.co. Don't put an M at the end. Vote.theindieshow.co. Open up a tab and type that in. You can listen and watch the show while you get your vote on. It's simple. Vote for your favorite, okay? Let's see who's gonna win. And you got three choices. Some of y'all might have liked that first one. There's some folks out there want to vibe, or some hood folks out there that want to get this hood-ish. Your vote matters. All right, so go ahead, vote. You have until I'll keep the vote open until 11. All right, 11 o'clock. All right, cool. You can vote till 11. Tell your folks start voting now. They need to tune in. But with that said, I know a lot of people been hanging around because they nosy. Oh, there we go. That's what the screen looks like. That's how you vote. You click on that and you vote. Make sure Erica Kane with Dreaming, K Victoria with Vibe, and Janae Music with Options. All right, there we go. Got it? Good. Let me see. Let me see. Tasha says this video knew what it was doing in the beginning. Oh, it was a lot of thickness. I ain't gonna lie. They trying to steal votes. All right. Sam Anderson, definitely catchy. Sounds like something you would hear during the day shift at the shoe model spot. And it sounds like I've heard it before several times. Two Fingers don't care for this at all. Tasha don't hate it. And last but not least, JKL's got a what? Oops, dang, autocorrect. All right, got it. All right, so I want to just say before we get to the interview that this show is sponsored by Domestic Financial Management LLC. They are the official sponsor of the Indie Show, All Things Indie, for this month and next month. Thank y'all so much. If you want to donate or sponsor the show, just reach out to us. You can email me or reach out to me on the Facebooks, the IGs. We can go from there. All right. If you want to know right now, just let me know. We can touch bases with you. All right. It's only gonna cost you because I know y'all just $50. $50 a month, we good. All right, cool. It's a special. All right. Also, next, here is the schedule for my upcoming shows. Next week, November 22nd, you got to make sure you're tuned in because this is going to be a huge show. If you are an aspiring actor or want to just know anything about the acting game, you know people that want to be actors, tune in next week because this woman that I'm going to have on, she usually does seminars, hundreds of dollars for you to hear what she has to say, and she's coming here to talk. So might as well get the free, right? Who don't like free? Kathy Rankin, she's big time casting director. If you have questions, this is the episode that you need to tune in to get that free knowledge. All right. December 6th, we talking money with one financial expert, Damian Carson. On December 13th, we got comic book creators from Redunculous Entertainment. It's a group of them, black comic professionals, writers, artists, everything. A whole comic book company, black comic book company, Redunculous Entertainment on December 13th. alive from Arkansas. December 20th, we have a cook. She has her own business. Is Lavinia Wood Carr. She gonna be up here. If I can get her to cook on the show, that would be fire. But we got a chef on business, and she does traveling. She cook for hire. Got it? Last but not least, my homegirl Candy Stansel is our end of the year show. We're gonna talk to her. All right, we got that. And it's time to talk to our homie one-on-one with Kyle Woumn.
I can't believe that it's finally me and you and you and me, just us.
Kyle, welcome to the show.
Let's go. We here in the building, in the virtual
We are
building.
definitely here. I want to just jump in real quick. First thing I want to know, what in the world made you want to get into tech? What made you decide, you know what? I'm going to do an app. And on top of that, I'm going to do an app about Drake.
Well, I mean, I was doing tech way before that, but
Okay.
I think growing up, I would just always been interested in technology. Like I remember when the first iPod dropped. Y'all remember when the first iPod dropped? The thing was huge, but I was just always intrigued. I'm like, how does this thing work? And so it was just kind of like that curiosity that led me to go down this path in tech. And I feel like my parents noticed that, and they helped cultivate it. They would help find like different programs, like summer programs where they taught about like STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And I think from there, it's just like as I learned more, I became hungrier and hungrier, and I'm like, wow, this is all the things that you can do with tech. And then also I learned that it paid pretty well, so I'm like, this is not a bad career to be in, right?
No doubt, no doubt. So you brought it up earlier, and I brought it back. Let's talk about this app that you created about Drake. What were
Okay.
you thinking? And describe the whole app. And does it still exist?
It does. So y'all know how people go on Instagram and they post a picture and they'll post like some random Drake lyric as their caption, or some people get real lazy with it and they'll be like insert Drake quote or something like that. And so I was like, a cool project to work on would be a way for people to type in a search term based on whatever they want their caption to be, right? So say you're posting in front of a Bentley or something like that. You can go on drakestagram.com. It's still up actually. I haven't updated it, so it only has lyrics like from January 2019 and like prior to that. It doesn't have any like recent stuff just because I'm not making any money off of it, and it was just a fun project. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna update this. And it's still costing me $25 a month to host it. But essentially, if you go to drakestagram.com and you type in any search term that you want around like a photo that you want to post, it'll bring back a list of Drake lyrics that have that word in it. So that's pretty much what it was. It went viral. I even did a talk at Afrotech in 2019 about it. It's been a hit. Someone literally came up to me the other day at this most recent Afrotech in Austin, Texas. Was like, hey, aren't you Kyle, the guy that did Drakestagram? So people love it. And it's crazy. I felt like it was something very simple, but people really love it. And I guess everyone could use help with Instagram captions.
No, that is fire. Okay, then. So let's piggyback off that. So tell us about this Afrotech. What is Afrotech, and why do they keep showing you love? Because I see that you was recently there. What was happening?
Yeah, so Afrotech is basically the biggest Black tech conference, and so it's for people that are in tech already. I think of it like a tech homecoming, right? So they have it's for people that are either in tech already, people that are trying to like break into tech and get a career in tech. And what most people don't even know is you don't have to be technical to be in tech. I am technical, but there's so many different like jobs and things like that in tech. And so with Afrotech, usually is in the Bay Area. So I currently live in the Bay Area. But this past year is in Austin, Texas, and next year is actually going to be in Austin as well. And they bring a lot of companies. So TikTok was there. Let's see what other companies were there. It was a lot of just like big tech companies. Google was there, and they're recruiting. So they bring recruiters. They talk to you, tell you about their companies. I'm currently not in the job market, gratefully, right? Especially in this economy. But for people that were job seekers, it was a great opportunity for them to connect with those cool tech companies. They also have talks. So talks around venture capital, entrepreneurship. Mark Cuban actually did a talk. He was there, and he was talking. And it's funny because there was a guy that apparently went on Shark Tank and had pitched Mark Cuban, and he passed. And so at the end of Mark Cuban's talk, they had Q&A, and the guy came back, and he was like, "Hey, Mark, you might not remember me, but I pitched you on Shark Tank like 3 years ago." And he was like, "Back then, I didn't have any revenue. Guess what my revenue is now?" And then Mark Cuban was like, "What?" He was like, "I made 150K last month." And the guy was like basically flexing on Mark Cuban, like, "You passed on me, like I don't need you." But it was a really cool experience. It was just so many different things. Wale performed, Drew Hill performed, so
Wow.
Cisco was there. Yeah, so it was a really cool conference. It was literally just like one of those for the culture conferences. It's like people in tech, Black Tech Homecoming, you know?
So that is very interesting. Have you ever spoken there? Would you like to?
Yeah, so I spoke in 2019. So that's when I did the Drakestagram talk in
Uh-huh.
2019. Chameleonaire was there. He did a talk. He's now just like a tech investor. He doesn't,
Yeah.
he doesn't do anything rapping anymore. But yeah, I spoke in 2019. It was a great experience. Yeah, it's a super cool conference.
Cool. What is one of the things that you would tell somebody that says, "Man, I wish this app existed. I want to do an app." What is the first thing they should do when that idea pops in their head?
That's a good question, and I get that question so much. I get so many text messages like, "Hey, I have an app idea. I have an app idea." And generally, if you have an app idea, someone's probably already thought about it already. But I think there's more to just an app, like building an app. I guess it really depends on what the person wants. But ideally, usually when I hear someone say they want to build an app, that means they're trying to like build some kind of business or startup, right? Make money off of it. And so that I think a lot of that stuff you can do because in the startup world, generally products aren't polished, right? It's like you build a product, you build what's called a minimum viable product, or people call it an MVP for short. You build a minimum viable product just to get it in people's hands to see if it solves their problem. So oftentimes when people say they have an app idea, it's usually not solving a problem. It's more so like something cool that they think of, but it's not actually
Mm.
solving a problem, right? And so you can do that if you want. But I would say the biggest thing is the one like seeing what's out there and understanding like what problem are you solving and who's your target audience. And I think that's something that a lot of people miss. They go straight to like just the build part. And I've done it myself too, where I've had app ideas and I just built it, but then it's like when you build it, there's no users, right? And so that's the important part. But for someone that's out there that does have an app or business idea, I would say talk to as many people as you want, and it may be counterintuitive, especially because you're like, oh, someone's gonna steal my idea. But I'm sure y'all have heard this multiple times that execution is really what matters. Ideas are cheap. Is really the execution that matters. So, and I have like a long list of ideas, and there's ideas that I wish people could work on because I just don't have enough time to work on it. So, I would say talk to as many people as possible. See if this is a problem that that it will a problem that they have that you can solve for them. And then from there, if you feel that conviction in building it, because building is expensive. It's going to take time. It's going to take money to find like a freelance software engineer. You want to get like a nice product designer because you want your app to look good. So all that costs money. So you want to be able to find a low cost way to build basically this prototype or minimum viable product MVP without spending all the money. And then once you find out it works, then you can actually like build the real thing. And so I'm not sure if y'all have ever seen like Airbnb's website when it first came out, but if you Google it, you can see like Airbnb's first like website. It was super ugly, but the thing is, they were just like, can we match a home and have someone stay in someone else's home, right? Because back in the like 10 years ago, that wasn't a thing. You wouldn't stay in a stranger's house. And so after they proved that the model worked, that's when they started making it look good, and they went into like scale mode.
This brother right here knows what he's talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kyle Woumn. He is the future. We're going to be going to changing gears just real quick.
Yeah.
To a quick mastermind game. But have you ever thought about consulting? Because it looks like you are full of knowledge, and with everybody hitting you up with text, have you ever thought, you know what, I can make money just by consulting and helping people? And then I got another question I want to ask you.
I've thought about that, but I feel like people don't like paying for consulting. People like, it's like you're paying. It's essentially paying for knowledge, and I think that is valuable because if I can tell you something that's gonna, shorten the time it takes for you to achieve your goal, then it's well worth it. But I think conceptually, people have an issue with paying for like a consultant for things, right?
For
And
advice.
so I usually steer clear of that. And then, my dream is to be able to build something where, I'm not trading my time for money. And so I don't have to.
Mm,
Consulting is service based, and I'm sure it's still you can make a lot of money that way. But I've done something in the past where I did this thing called Idea to App Store, and I
yeah.
thought I could help teach people how to build an app from scratch in 3 months. And some people I actually was able to do that, and it wasn't like the most glamorous apps, but I was able to walk them through the process. But it was just very time intensive. And so after that
Mm,
cohort ended, I was like, you know what, the teaching thing is difficult. So going forward, either I would work on like a freelance slash contractor basis where I would actually someone paid me to build the app for them, or I just like refer it to someone else.
I got you. And last question. You kind of answered the question, which I thank you for, but is it possible to create or start on an app idea with low to no capital?
Absolutely. And so there's something called no code. So that is basically this new category that's emerged where like under the hood, like the person who built this no code technology, they had to code, but basically so that you can build mobile apps or like mobile or like web applications without code. And so there's like something called Bubble out there, Bubblie. I think it's like Bubble IO. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. It's more so around web apps, but it's still a way to like build something without any code. You can make it look good, and you can just basically test that the idea works before you really like go all in. And you can add like payments, all that stuff, all no code through something like Bubble. And so when people say they don't have the technical skills or they don't have a technical partner, at the end of the day, those are excuses.
Excuses. Y'all heard it here first. It's excuses. If there's an idea, there's a way for it to happen. All right, so we're about to play Mastermind Games. If y'all have questions, now is the time to start posting the questions. No, not now. After Mastermind Games. All right, play my intro for Mastermind Games.
Let the games begin!
All right, excellent. So today's Mastermind game is called Syntax Error. All right. Got about 10 questions or whatever, right? The audience can help you if you need help. Okay.
Okay.
If you get 3 strikes, you're out. All right. And I win. Okay.
Okay.
I need the victories. All right. But good luck. So all you have to do is use your brain because we're talking tech companies. And there was a syntax error when we was coming up with this game. So you have to figure out what company I'm talking about.
All right.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, JS1. Have that thinking music ready. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
The first one. Let's see if we can start off kind of easy.
Microsoft.
He didn't even have to think about it. I'm going to be like, since it was an easy one, that is correct. It is Microsoft. He got it. And Latasha was like, great information. She appreciates that information. All right. Next question. Leveling up. Least. What do you think that company is? Thinking music. You can ask the you get 3 chances to ask the audience as well.
Audience, help me, please.
Oh, JS1. You always good for a bad answer. Do you know what this one is?
Oh, that's cold, bro. That's cold. I ain't got no answer for this. I have no idea what this is. So it's supposed to be an app, or is it supposed to be a website?
Tesla, yeah, Jake Hells, let's go.
Jay Kales is a hater. He always wants the guest to win. So what are you going with, Jay Kales?
I am. Tesla's my final answer. Locking it in.
God dang it, that is correct. All right. Yes, give me an applause. Yay. Okay. All right. All right, here we go. I just knew it. I was feeling the X. I was just like, here we go. This is kind of early. All right. Number 3. Oh, what the heck?
Adobe.
Okay. Number 3.
Adobe.
Adobe. That didn't get you at all. Congratulations. That is correct. Number 4. Pale P. Pale P. All right. This might be an X. All right. He's thinking. JS1, you got an idea?
I do.
All right. Excellent.
Apple.
If you say what?
Apple.
Apple. This mother sucker right here. Jay Kales, what are you doing, man?
I saw it before. I saw it before that.
All right. Number 5. I got you. I'll take that. Number 5. Cisco. Oh, I was hoping that would get you. That is correct. Cisco. You use Cisco often, huh?
I don't actually.
Number 6. Lego.
Google.
Oh dang. That is correct. Well, these people out here in the chat, what they talking about? Jay Kell says, Kyle is winning today, dang it. I see. All right. Number 7.
Intel.
Dang, bruh. You just wait till I was talking. Jeez.
I'm in the valley, man. I'm in the valley.
No, yeah. Oh, that, yay. Okay. Let me see. Let me get it right. All right, cool. Number 8. Clearo. Music. Yes. 3 strikes right here. 3 strikes right here.
All right, I got help. But Oracle.
Thank you, Ronald. I appreciate you. That is correct.
How many guest helps can I get?
You get 3, but you didn't ask for them. So it's all good. I'm not using it against you. All right. Number 9. Final stretch. No
Amazon.
Dang
Amazon.
it. Yes. All right. Stop laughing. It's not funny.
My bad. My bad.
Last but not least, Flower VO.
Dang, that's a tough one. Oh man. Overflow. Let's go.
That is correct. All right. Double or nothing. I got a bonus question. You want to go double or nothing?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, big dog. All right. Fathomable. I bet you Sam will probably get this one after the fact. Oh, he thinking hard too. Man, I'm surprised he didn't take out his paper and start jotting stuff around.
I know.
Don't have that much time, brother. Anybody want to help him? Last call for alcohol.
Help me.
This is a quiet segment. Golly.
I thought Alphabet. So Ronald posted Alphabet in the chat. I thought Alphabet, but I'm like, Alphabet has more letters than that. ALPHAB.
It's 8.
Wow, that is Alphabet actually.
Correct. It is Alphabet. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle wins this doggone game. I'm very happy for him. Happy Thanksgiving, sir. You and all your family.
What do I get?
What you get? You get to keep on going. Look, man, shout out to Ronald. Shout out to
Ronald.
Jay Skill. Jay Kill, whatever your name is. I appreciate y'all helping this man win this game.
The resentment is obvious, sir. What in the world?
It's all good. I'm glad y'all had fun. And that was Mastermind Game. So he is the winner for Mastermind Games. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for playing another guest. Well, you next. This dude is flexing, talking about another guest win. All right, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good. All right. So we go back to the interview. All right. 1-on-1 in the show. We're gonna finish this up. 1-on-1 with Kyle. Kyle is in the building. This man knows pretty much everything, it sounds like, but I appreciate that. Before I begin, we got people in the chat saying, shout out to, that's you. Shout out to the audience. And Sam finally figured out Alphabet after the game was over. Thank you. All right. So 1-on-1. So define startup. What is a startup? And talk to us about Overflow.
Yeah. So your first question, what is a startup? So a startup is essentially, so sometimes people conflate startup with like just a small business. So usually startups are technology enabled, right? Where it's like if you're building some kind of technology. And then the idea is that the startup grows at a fast pace. Meaning it grows revenue wise. And so generally when people are doing startups, there's like two different kind of like fashions of startup. You have what's called a venture-backed startup, where you raise money from like institutional investors. And so that's like what like most of the major companies that we see today, Facebook, Google, Apple, Airbnb, all the ones that were listed in that in the Mastermind Games, all of those are venture-backed companies. However, there's also bootstrap companies where people put their own money into it, and the idea is that you grow faster. Generally, the venture-backed companies grow a lot faster, but just doing a startup, the odds are against you. They say like 99% of startups fail. So, so those are the different types of startups that you can start. Raising money is really hard on a venture-backed, so you generally have an advantage when you bootstrap, put your own money into it. And people may think like, oh, you're raising money from investors, but they're giving you cash money for your business in exchange for equity. And so I'm not sure if you all have heard, but like the last few years, equity's been a huge thing, right? Even Beyonce has, pay me in equity. I think the story is that she actually performed at Uber's holiday party, and like before they went public, and they asked her how she wanted to be paid, if she wanted equity, and that equity paid off for her because Uber stock appreciated. So there's different takes of startups, but Overflow is actually a venture-backed startup. I joined the founding team of Overflow. We've been around since like early 2020, and our mission is to inspire the world to give. And we started off actually by making it easy for nonprofits to accept stock donations. And now our focus is stock donations, crypto donations, and your regular, cash donation, whether that be credit card or like ACH given from your bank account. And so the origin story behind it is, so the CEO of Overflow, a good friend of mine, his name is Vance. We met 5 years ago when I moved from Atlanta to the Bay Area. His background is actually as a pastor. And so I met him 5 years ago at this church. We're cool and all. Never would thought we were working on a company. But a lot of people that go to the church, Vive, they work in Silicon Valley. And so they call like a lot of the Bay Area, at least the South Bay, Silicon Valley. So the cities are like Palo Alto, San Jose, and all like that's Silicon Valley. And they call it that because when computers were, first coming up, well, computers use silicon chips. And some people call it silicone. It's not silicone. Silicone is what they do in like breast implants. Silicon is the material that they use. Is a conductive material in like computer chips. So that's why they call it Silicon Valley. A lot of that was originated here in the Bay Area. And so with the church, a lot of people that attended the church that Vance, who's Overflow CEO, a lot of people that attended the church worked at tech companies, and so they wanted to give to the church, but they weren't as liquid. But they wanted to give stock, and also giving stock is actually very tax advantageous because you're able to deduct capital gains taxes. So, say for example, you bought Apple stock at $100 last year, and then say today, these are just fake numbers. Say today you buy stock that's worth 1,000, or you have Apple stock, it's appreciated. You've held it for a year and it's worth $1,000. At some point, if you were to sell that Apple stock, which you will in your lifetime, or maybe your kids will, um, they're going to have to pay the capital gains one way or another. But essentially, by donating that share of Apple stock, you're able to deduct the fair market value, which is basically the value that it would be today. So if Apple hypothetically was $1,000 today, you'd be able to deduct $1,000 from your taxable income, even though you only paid $100 for this Apple stock. And then on the nonprofit side, nonprofits are actually tax exempt through their 501c3 tax status. And so it's a win-win for both of them, for both the donor and the nonprofit. And so before Overflow, you can still give stock. This isn't like stock donations isn't a new thing. Neither is like cryptocurrency donations, any of that. But the whole thing is it's a very like paper intensive process to donate stock. You have to like fill out some forms. You have to ask the nonprofit if they even have a brokerage account, all these different things. And so Overflow essentially digitized that experience. And the way we kind of say it is that we are the TurboTax for stock donations. Because when you're filing your taxes on TurboTax, in the background, they're basically filling out those ugly IRS forms. But as a person paying their taxes through TurboTax, you have this nice user interface. It's guided experience. It takes away a lot of like the IRS jargon. So that's essentially a high level what Overflow does. We work with like the Golden State Warriors Community Foundation, a lot of like big nonprofits and churches.
What made you want to be a part of this team, especially in the beginning?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's been a grind. I don't know if you can see my gray hairs, but
Right.
essentially, I understood the pain because I went to this church and working in tech, you get generally, especially as a software engineer, your compensation is part base salary, and then part of it is actually stock compensation. So as part of your compensation package, they're giving you stock at these tech companies, and the reason they do that is because and it vests over 4 years, meaning you don't get all the stock up front. They'll give you, and it depends on the company. For example, most companies you don't get any of that stock until year one. You get 25%, and then it does what they call vest. It vests quarterly or monthly. It depends on the company, whatever their vesting schedule is. And the idea is that it incentivizes you to stay with the company longer and to increase the value of that company stock that you were awarded. So they call it like the golden handcuffs. Because there's people that want to switch jobs, but they've been at companies for 3 years and their stock is appreciated. So they're like, man, if I leave this company, my stock isn't gonna be worth as much. And you get to keep your stock when you leave, but it's just like when you have a good financial situation, you wouldn't want to leave. So joining early on, when I left Twilio, I was working at Twilio. A lot of you probably have never heard of Twilio, but you've interacted with it all the time. So I know y'all get like those election text messages. You get those election text messages, Mastermind. I'm sure
I
they're hitting
sure
you,
do.
right? Especially with the runoff happening in Georgia. And so basically, Twilio is a cloud communications platform that basically allows developers or like software engineers, coders, programmers, whatever you want to call them, that makes it easy for them to add like this kind of text element into their apps. And so, for example, when you're a doctor, I'm sure they may send you an appointment reminder. All that is built on top of Twilio. There may be a company that built their business on top of it, but essentially they're using Twilio. So I was at Twilio for about 3 years. I moved out to the Bay Area right after I graduated Georgia Tech to work there full time. I also interned there too, so that was helpful. I know a lot of people are like, why would you move, to the Bay Area across the country away from your family and all of that? But I had the opportunity to intern, and I was just like, this is a whole different world, especially Twilio IPO during my second internship. So to see that as like a 21-year-old kid, right, to be like, wow, like this is possible. So I was at Twilio for about 3 years, and I was like, you know what, it's time. I'm not learning anymore. I've always wanted to start my own company. I was grateful enough to pay off my student loans. So I'm like, let's go.
Look at God.
I know,
Look at
right?
God.
So I'm like, let's start something, right? And so I wanted to. So I actually started another company with two friends right before Overflow. It was called Shopper. So the idea was on-demand delivery for clothes. So imagine, you have an event coming up this weekend. You're like, dang, I need a new fit, but I'm in the office. I don't have time to go get a new fit. I can just go on this app and tell my personal shopper what I want, and it's there for you. And so we applied to some startup accelerators. One of them is called Y Combinator. It's a very prestigious. It's like Harvard for startup accelerators. And so the big companies like Airbnb went through it when they were first starting out. Dropbox. There's a lot of big tech companies that you see today that went through Y Combinator. So we went down to Mountain View, California, which is in Silicon Valley, and we actually interviewed with a panel of investors from Y Combinator. We didn't get it. And ultimately, we just weren't the team to make it happen. I was the only one that made that full-time jump. And I'm not gonna lie, it was scary. And so I did it for a few months, but then I just realized progress wasn't happening. This was right when the pandemic was starting. And I'm like, okay, we're about to be if we're in a pandemic, people aren't gonna be paying someone to deliver them clothes. You can't even go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I saw the writing on the wall. I'm like,
where am I going? I'm stuck at the house.
Exactly. I saved up to live modestly in the Bay Area for a year, and my keyword modestly. And then I just saw my personal burn go down. Rent was due at the first of the month every month, right? Regardless of a pandemic or not. And so I'm like, and I prayed on it. I'm like, what am I going to do next? And so I left Shopper. I didn't have anything lined up. And Vance, who's the CEO of Overflow, he hit me up and he's just like, hey, I have a Y Combinator interview coming up. Can you give me some insights? He was doing the next cohort. I'm like, sure, I'll give you the answers to the test.
Flex on them.
Slumdog Millionaire, how the guy put the wrong answer on the mirror, but I didn't do that. But I basically shared with him our interview experience. He interviewed. Ultimately, he didn't get into Y Combinator, and it was a huge reason was because he didn't have a technical co-founder. And Y Combinator, that accelerator, indexes heavily on having a technical co-founder because they believe if you don't have a technical co-founder, then you won't be able to build at a fast pace to be able to grow as what they call a startup. Remember, I was saying startups are it's a small business, but the idea is that you're growing daily, week over week, 10% better, 10% more revenue, all of that. So we didn't get it. So I shared that with Vance. He said he needed a technical co-founder. And I was like, well, I actually just deaded Shopper. I'm not doing this anymore. And I actually tried to donate some Twilio stock to the church. And I did it the old school way. And so I'm like, you know what? I actually see the problem here and I see the pain. And I was like, I think this could be a great solution for a lot of people. So this is 2.5 years ago. We've had millions of stock donations processed through our platform. Our biggest donation was probably a $500K gift. We got a $100,000 donation just the other day. Google stock actually.
Do y'all donate to startup radio shows, podcasts? I mean, just for an example, I'm just throwing it out there.
Hey, if you were a nonprofit, but the thing is, it's we're just the platform.
I ain't making no money.
We're just the platform. So people are we don't even know these donors, and so the way it works, business. I never explained the business model. So our business model is a B2B business model where nonprofits are actually our customers. And so they pay a subscription fee, a yearly subscription fee to be able to put, the Overflow link on their website. They get their own personalized page and they can market. So they're marketing this to their existing donors. Hey, this is another way to give. And so the average credit card donation is $128, but the average stock donation through Overflow is $10,000. And so people are able to more money when they're giving not from their everyday budget, because your everyday budget is your rent money, your groceries, all that stuff, but your stock is kind of your overflow, if you will.
Okay, look, man, like J. Kell says, what show gives you jewels like this? None of them. It's the indie show. It's your man Mastermind. I got JS1 on the boards and my guests dropping knowledge He don't stop to breathe. Look, he don't even have to breathe. He can just boom, boom. He does this in his sleep. Is
I do
Kyle
this.
in the building? Oh, I'm gonna shift gears before we go. We're knocking on the door to the end. I want to go to the segment diversity. All right, you see it, Indie University. I'm gonna ask you some questions, about 5 questions. Just keep it 100, okay?
I'm gonna keep it
All right, so
100.
everyone needs to know these things. All right. Okay. Well, as an independent entrepreneur, who do you turn to for advice?
Man, that's a good question. I'm actually trying to find a business mentor now. 'Cause I don't really have. I have like a few people here and there for like very specific things, but I don't have like an overall business mentor. So most of what I learn is either through books or YouTube. I'll find like the famous person that's inaccessible, or not the famous person, but like the accomplished person that I would probably not be able to get a meeting with. But if they put it in a book, I can learn from there. So a lot of the stuff I learn is either through books or through like YouTube. But I need a business
All
mentor.
right. Next question. I hear you. Next question. What's the one misconception about owning your own business that people need to know the truth about?
Yeah, a lot of people think owning your own business, like you're your own boss and all that stuff, and that's true to an extent. But it's funny. I saw this tweet. I saw 2 pieces of content around this recently. One saying the average entrepreneur makes $28,000 a year. So that's like
Ooh,
one
my
thing.
God.
People think that you own your own business, you're just gonna be rolling in the dough, but the average entrepreneur makes $28,000 a year. And then the second thing that I was gonna say is the other misconception. Like someone was like, "Yeah, I used to work for myself, or I used to work for a company. Now I work for myself. I do everything, and I get paid way less." And so I think the conception is that having your own company, you're just rolling in the dough, but it's like it takes years to essentially to see the fruit of your labor.
Good answer. What's the toughest lesson you've learned from starting your own business?
Man, toughest lesson I've learned, or I would just say the toughest thing I've had to do is lay people off. And man, that is not easy. But I believe there's definitely a way to do it in a way that's empathetic and compassionate to others. So, but yeah, I would say so. Yeah, just keeping the people first is a biggest learning.
Oh, that is tough. Okay, what's the greatest joy you've gained from starting your own business?
Man, greatest joy, I would say, is just like seeing the impact, right? It's like the work you do, it's not just in a vacuum. Like real world people are interacting with what we're building at Overflow. And the fact that it's like donations too, it just makes it even more impactful. It's like I love that people are even like using our stuff, but it's like the fact that it's to facilitate generosity and make impact in other people's lives. I love it.
All right. And last but not least, if you had the chance to do it all over again, would you do anything differently?
Man, if I could do it all over again, no, I wouldn't actually, because this is always a startup experience is something I've always wanted, and I'm like, I'm hoping that we do really, really well. But if it doesn't, I think it's been great learnings, and it's when I wrestled leaving corporate America, I was just like, do I stay and be comfortable, or do I do this? And I was like, I would hate to be on my deathbed one day and just like, man, I should have made that jump and I never did and regret it. And so I'm so grateful I did do it. If this doesn't work out, I probably go to corporate for a little bit just to recover. But I just feel like I'm entrepreneurial by nature, so I'll be back at it again. It's how many at bats you get, right?
That is tight. I like that analogy. JKL says this is a great example of how you take control of your destiny. Latasha says, great story, inspiring. JKL says, I need to be taking notes. You could be taking notes, or you can rewatch this as many times as you want, or listen to it on our podcast. We're about to wrap things up. Before we get to last word, in the shortest way possible, as succinct as possible, I need to know, what is it like being black in Silicon Valley?
Man, being black in Silicon Valley, especially in like the workplace,
Yeah.
it's like generally you are the minority. So coming from Atlanta, where Atlanta is just black, like I was talking to someone the other day, I was like, yeah, growing up, all my teachers were black. Someone said they never had a black teacher. I was like, what? So
It's crazy talk.
Crazy talk. So being black in the Bay Area, the thing is there are black people in the Bay Area, in Oakland, in San Francisco. But the reality of it is that a lot of those people have gotten pushed out. It's become gentrified. Prices have just gone up and it's just very expensive to live. So people move way, way out. And so me being black, I would say most of my friends out here are black, but these are my friends from like college in Atlanta, or I would say I hang out with, like I find the black pockets or I gravitate to the black pockets. So, you know, I've had,
we out there.
We out here. So it's like, I've had good experiences, but not everyone can say the same. But I'm also one of those people. I'm a chameleon where I can like blend in anywhere and I could talk with anyone. But I would say being black in tech specifically though is definitely one of those things where you're the only person, and oftentimes it can be isolating. But I think that's why it's really important for platforms like, you know, Afro Tech to like bring together black people in tech and things like that.
Man, I really do appreciate your time, brother. It was well worth the wait. Thank you so much. I want to wish you and everybody out there a happy Thanksgiving. JS1, last word, please. All right. So real quick, Sam Anderson says, I might have a mentor for you, Kyle. So that is what's up. All right. So in the last word, this is your chance. Kick your shouts. This is where you get to say your last word.
Man, I just want to say, Mastermind JS1, I loved being on the Indie Show. This is a super dope show y'all are producing. Shout out to the audience. Y'all are super lively. I love the interactions. If you want to stay in touch, feel free to follow me on all social media platforms. It's just at Calculus. It's like a play on calculus. I made it in high school, but yeah, it's been a pleasure. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
That's what's up. JS1, what you got? Last word. Jay. That was his last word. All right, cool. My last word, I want to say thank you to everybody that's out there. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the continued support. I really do appreciate you guys. You don't have to do this, but you do. And I'm just happy that we put something together that y'all love and y'all keep gravitating back to it. I feel proud, very happy. I want y'all to enjoy your holiday. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Look for your boy because I'm going to be looking for you. Thank y'all so much. Until next time, y'all be safe. And save me a slice of sweet potato pie.
Hey, yo, that time, man. The Indie Show. My main man, Mastermind.
The Indie Show, indeed, the flow sickening. Masterminded by mastermind, the plot thickens. Good riddance to other pies, the odds against them. Tuesday at 8 p.m., we back in business. Key is in the building, Jay is in the building. Giving the feeling that most of y'all been missing. All things indie, is it banging or whack? Can't call it, but we'll be the judge of that. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Major League, we indie, ain't no canceling this. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Major League, we indie, ain't no canceling this.